Alright, here we go. On Activity 3.1, we are going to be installing Active Directory domain services on our Windows Server 2008 setup here. And so we are going to install ADDS as a new domain controller and a new forest. And so that will be the first domain controller in the new forest. So to go ahead and get started, we will click on right down here, Server Manager. Once that pops up, you go here to Roles. And you can see that we have 0 roles installed. So to get one of those started, you go over here to the right to add roles. This just gives you a warning. Make sure you're ready to get started, that you have a strong password, your network settings are configured, and you have the latest security updates. So once you verify you have all that, then you hit next. So for this one, we want to get the Active Directory domain services right there. Go next. And this next window just lets you know that it's better to have two domain controllers. That DNS must be installed on the network, and we'll have to run the dcpromo.exe to complete our installation. But that will be after we have installed Active Directory. And this is just letting you know that we're going to have to restart, which we will. And then once again, after we install it, we'll have to run this dcpromo.exe to make the domain controller fully functional. So we'll just go ahead and hit install. Okay, and once it has installed, it gives you the results, lets you know what happened. So our installation was successful. Let's see what else we have. We don't have automatic updating enabled yet, but you can take care of that easily enough. So it's just reminding us we need to run the dcpromo.exe to make the server fully functional domain controller. So either we can, this actually has a link right here, you could probably, you can just click on this and get it started to dcpromo, but we can also just close this up and go to the start menu down here and type it in. And we see up at the top here it has showed up. So let's hit enter and go ahead and get that started. So this next installation wizard pops up, so we can finish installing Active Directory domain services here. Let's go ahead and hit next here. And just another warning about system capability, compatibility, older versions of Windows, but we're in Windows 7 here, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. And we can either start with an existing forest or create a new domain in a new forest, and we are going to do this one. So for the forest root domain, we are going to enter W2K8 AD and student number 06.com is our forest name. Just checking if it's in use. Alright, so now it's wanting us to choose the functional level, and just to take advantage of everything that Windows Server 2008 gives us, we're going to choose the 2008 for functionality. You got a warning that pops up. You'll be able to add only domain controllers that are running Windows Server 2008 to this forest, which is fine. We're not going to have anything older on this system. So go ahead and hit next there. Okay, so we just got a few more options when we're installing this. We can choose whether to install DNS. You can also do global catalog or read-only domain controller, but you can't do that in the first DC in a new domain, so those are blacked out. So let's go ahead and keep DNS selected. Alright, so this is telling us this computer has at least one physical network adapter that does not have static IP addresses assigned. You should assign static to all physical network adapters for reliable domain name system operation. Okay, we are just going to, for the present moment, use dynamically assigned IP addresses. And this pops up telling us delegation for this DNS server cannot be created because the authoritative parent zone cannot be found or does not run Windows DNS server. We're going to go ahead and continue anyway. So this just lets you know where the database, the log files, and system volume is going to go, and we're just going to leave those all default. Go to next. Type in a new password, which is going to be password01 with a capital P. And this just shows you everything that we have just selected. Everything that we've just done. And we can go to next, if that looks all right. Alright, so that has completed. We should be good to go. It lets us know we've got the domain on there. Everything completed successfully, so we just need to click finish here. And we will need to restart the server to get those settings to take effect. Alright, so finally it is rebooted here. Alright, so we finally logged back in. So if we go to the Start menu and check out the administrative tools, we can see that some new MMCs have been added. So we have Active Directory Domains and Trusts, Active Directory Sites and Services, Active Directory Users and Computers, and ADSI Edit. So that looks good. Let's check out the Server Manager here. So we've got our domain here. If we go to roles, we see that Active Directory is installed and the DNS. So looks like it's been a successful installation. Got a few warnings to work out, but we will take care of those. So that is it for exercise 3-1, installing Active Directory domain services.